We're looking at a bevy of pivotal games, but only a handful rise to the level where we have to ask, must win? I'd add a question mark to that. First up, Jokic back in action after a 61-10-10 game that Denver lost. Then everybody took the day off and lost to the Spurs. Warriors on a back-to-back after their Lakers win. Problem is, they can't beat Denver. Last 9 meetings, Denver's won 9. They score 120. They shoot 50% from the field. They're not very good from 3. That's the other thing I don't like about them. We're oddly framing this around Denver rather than the Warriors. For Denver, is this a must-win?
Look, both of these teams need to win because, and Nick knows this, and you throw the Lakers in. These two teams and the Lakers, getting to that 3 seed is like gold. That is the treasure that you're looking for, because then you get to avoid OKC into the conference finals, and presume you might get to avoid each other.
Correct.
Like you might not have to. If you're Golden State, you could avoid the Lakers and the Nuggets until you get to OKC in the conference
It'll
finals.
probably be, what Bruce is saying is, it'll probably be Lakers, Warriors, Nuggets, 3, 4, 5 in some order. And so one of them is going to avoid the other two, and the other one is going to have to play one of them in the first round and then still be on the same side as OKC. It's a huge difference.
Yeah. So it's important for Denver. I know they've lost 2. But I'm going to go must win the other way for Golden State. And I get it, they had a big win last night, but you just showed it. I said last night they need to prove they can beat the Lakers, prove you can beat Denver. Mm-hmm. Denver's won 9 straight games over you, so you have to go in there and show that you can beat this team, show them that you can beat them. And then, like I said, getting to the 3 line is huge. And Nick, if they win this game tonight, they're tied in the loss column with Denver. And they would have Houston, Phoenix, San Antonio, Portland, and the Clippers. Whereas the Lakers have the 3rd hardest schedule. They'd be a game, a loss behind the Lakers. But Lakers got OKC twice. Mm-hmm. Like, they could get up to 3 if they win tonight.
So, it's rare, but it's inarguably double must win.
Wow, unbelievable.
Because for Denver has to stop the bleeding. Denver, and I understand you might be like, the bleeding, it's just 2 games. But it's a brutal 2 games to lose. You lose a game that against a team that has owned you, that you might have to play in the playoffs in Minnesota, despite the fact that Joker goes 60-10-10 in that game, and you lose it in just excruciating fashion. And then when your front office or coaching staff was kind of mapping out the end of your season, they're like, oh, San Antonio, we'll get that one, because they don't want to win at this point in the season, and you lose that one as well. That San Antonio game, the day before the game, they were 14.5-point favorites in it. So, and then it ended up, Joker doesn't play, Jamal doesn't play, and they lose the game. And then you lose to the Warriors. Everything you're saying about how the Warriors can move up, Denver all of a sudden would be in real jeopardy. The loser of this game is in real jeopardy of being in the play-in. It sounds crazy, but the play-in teams have 32 losses. The loser of this game will have either 32 if you're the Warriors or 31 if you're Denver. And for the Warriors, it's everything you guys have been saying. Losing 10 straight to a team's not good.
No.
And having the belief that you can beat them in a playoff series, I don't know where it would come from if you don't win tonight.
That's a must win.
Well, who's the point?
I don't know. You guys are a little bit too, like...
What? We said different things.
Too real?
Okay.
Yeah.
We gave you straight facts.
I know, but it was a lot of, like, scenarios. I got lost. Zion and CJ are shut down as New Orleans goes into Cooper flag mode. L.A. favored by almost 2 touchdowns here. But they're on a back-to-back. Worst record in the West since March 8th. It's the Jazz, the Kings, the Pelicans, then it's the Lakers, and then it's the Spurs. I guess that's not like a funny graphic.
No, but it
just is what it is.
What happened on March 8th, Wilds?
The poor Los Angeles Lakers were stuck with just Luka Doncic. And the Jazz and the Kings and the Pelicans and the Spurs don't have anybody.
Well, that's why they have a better record than all those teams but the Spurs. I mean, they just, I
should not be on this graphic.
Okay.
So what's the question?
What?
Must win is the questions.
It is a must
Pelicans.
win for the Lakers.
Yeah, no, that's for the
The
Pelicans.
Pelicans have nobody. You used to say the South Bay Lakers. I don't know what their G League team is, but it's the G League team.
The G League Pelicans?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Zion's gone. CJ McCollum's gone. Trey Murphy's gone. Herb Jones is like everybody's hurt. And the Lakers, look, I know it was more important for Golden State last night, but that was a bad loss. That was a bad loss for the Lakers. Luka has not been playing great. Like the last 3 games, he's shooting 13% from 3.
Yeah.
So you want to get him going. You clearly don't want to lose to this sorry version of the Pelicans and all the things I mentioned before, the 3 seed. The Lakers desperately need to get on that 3 seed line.
And listen, the Lakers have not been good against bad teams, or they have played their best against the best competition.
Yeah.
They've played poor against the East. We saw them.
Utah beat them.
Right, and we saw them lose to the Bulls, and I know the Bulls have been hot. The Pacers are not a bad team at all, but we see them beat Houston, beat Memphis, beat Denver, lose to Indiana. So I say all that to be like, you can't just say it's a definite win because we've seen them lose to bad teams, but it is unequivocally a must-win. If the Lakers have the benefit of every team 3 through 8, the Lakers hold the tiebreaker over. Because of their Western Conference record and because of their place in their own division. So if the Lakers win, if they win this game, and we believe they are going to beat Portland in game 82 because Portland wants to lose, then almost no matter what happens in the middle of Oklahoma City, Dallas, Houston, those 4 games, they, at the very least, have no chance of falling into the play-in. If they lose tonight, falling into the play-in becomes very realistic. They win tonight, they feel like if we split with OKC, we can be the 3 seed. So you have to win tonight. You have no reason not to win tonight. I think they should be able to rest LeBron if they wanted to and still win tonight. And I'm not saying they're going to, but I mean you shouldn't have to play 40-year-old on a back-to-back to beat the Birmingham Squadron. That's the team, which is the Birmingham Squadron. Yeah.
Okay. OKC on a quest with that.
That would have been my point.
I just don't feel like scoring these.
I know you're mailing it in.
It's a summer Friday for
right. It's Friday. We got a half an hour left.
Yeah.
OKC on a quest for 70 wins. They're in Houston where they play the no one believes it, but it's true 2-seeded Rockets. Head-to-head this season, OKC's won 3, Houston's won 1. OKC is tough to beat. So is this a must-win for Houston?
Yes. I mean,
really?
Yes. Can you show OKC you're in their class? You keep talking, oh, they're the 2 seed. Oh, they're the 2 seed. Well, show the 1 seed that you're in their class. They've owned you 3 out of 4 times this year. And here's the other thing. Good teams recently have owned the Rockets. You can talk all you want about, oh, they've been on a run. Really? Have they? They've been playing a lot of chumps. All right, they're 2-8 in their last 10 against teams with winning records. They've lost 4 straight against teams with winning records. Show me you can beat somebody, Houston Rockets.
Wow. Yeah, I want Wild's answer to this.
I don't think it's a must-win.
Well, why not? Hold on, I'm just curious. How can the Rockets believe they can make the finals if they don't win this game?
The Rockets can only make the finals if someone else takes out OKC.
Well, then what?
That's the one team. That's the one team they can't beat.
They can't beat OKC.
If that's your take,
why not?
Then hold on. Wait a second. Then why have you been attacking us when your take evidently is that no one can beat OKC in the West? So why have you been demanding we elevate the Rockets when you won't?
I'm just saying they're 2.
No.
I just said they're 2.
But you're saying it doesn't matter.
That
they might as well be 7.
Well, I don't think they can beat 1. But they're 2. My whole take boils down to the Rockets.
It's the standings.
Are 2. And you guys are like, actually, the Warriors are 2. I say, no, they're not. You guys, well, actually, the Lakers are 2. I say, no, they're not. You say, actually, the Lakers are 1. I say,
you don't.
The Rockets are 2. They're not 1. I'm not claiming they're 1. I am claiming the Celtics are 1.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. In the East, you don't care about
here's what it is. The Celtics are 2, but they're actually 1.
Why?
Because they are. They're the
See,
defending
exactly.
champs. Because they're the champions.
You know what?
The Rockets
exactly.
are 2 and they're actually 2.
And the Rockets are 2 and they're actually 7.
No,
you know
they're
why?
actually 2.
Because they are.
7.
Because
They're 2.
No, the Celtics.
West is so hard. They're so hard.
They're
2.
And that's being generous. They're 7.
The Celtics are 2 because of what they did last year. And the Rockets...
No, the Celtics are 1.
The Celtics
are 2 because of what they did this year. They're 1 because of what they did last year.
Yes, and the Rockets are 2 because of what they did this year, but they're 7 because of what they've never done in the previous years. You agree?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, they're 7
so then
what
zip
they
it
did
about
5 years ago.
It's
but
not
they're
a must,
2 for what they did this year.
It's not a must-win for Houston because nobody thinks Houston is doing anything but playing with house money, including Mr. Rocket over here.
Exactly, we agree. It's not a must-win. That's what I said.
Yeah, I know.
Quick look ahead to Sunday afternoon where the Lake Show will then take on the Thunder, who, again, are the number 1 seed. Will also be fresh off of a must-win. Here's how good OKC has been. They've only lost to 2 teams since my birthday, the Wolves and the Nuggets. Is this another must-win for the Lakers?
I'm going to surprise you guys and say yes, because I think it is important the Lakers get a split with OKC. They play them Sunday and Tuesday. Wednesday, the Lakers play in Dallas, the Luka return game.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they need to be able to sit everyone for the second Oklahoma City game. Sit guys on the front end of the back-to-back because that Dallas game is so important. So here's my point.
Sit on the front end of the back-to-back?
So here's the Lakers schedule. Sunday Thunder.
Yeah.
Tuesday Thunder.
Yes.
Wednesday Mavs.
Oh, Tuesday Thunder. I didn't realize.
Right. And so
I got you.
right. So but you can't lose to the Thunder Sunday, then sit guys Tuesday. You lose Sunday, you got to go for it Tuesday. Then you got dead legs for Luka's return. Disaster. Win Sunday, sit everyone you want Tuesday, and take Wednesday seriously. It can only happen if you win Tuesday.
LeBron?
Or win Sunday.
I
pardon
gotta
me.
take.
Go.
It is a must-win for the Thunder.
Wow.
For the Thunder. Luka Doncic owned the Thunder last year in the playoffs. You think Luka's scared of the Thunder? No. LeBron James has seen everything you could see in basketball. You think LeBron don't think he can beat the Thunder?
That's true.
They beat the Thunder 3 out of 4 times last year. Now, they're 0-1 this year, but that was early. It's only 1 game. Mm-hmm. The Thunder need to this is a team that's young. Show themselves. We can beat the mighty LeBron James. Luka, that was last year. We are a different team now. They got to show that to themselves and to everybody else, including the Lakers. So it's a must-win for the Thunder.
What was your LeBron take, Wilds?
Oh, sit LeBron in Dallas.
Oh.
And let Luka go for 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
If LeBron needs a rest day, I would give him Dallas.
Right, but that's why I'm saying I would. Here's the thing, though. The Dallas game is a game when you're sorting out games. It's like, all right, if we are full strength, we should win that game. The Thunder game, this is a back-to-back, is a game that you can go all out and still potentially lose because they're the Thunder. So I would take the back-to-back loss on the front end rather than the back end if they win Sunday. Got to beat OKC.
This is a fascinating week for the Lakers.
And here's the other thing, just real quick.
Absolutely.
You beat OKC Sunday. If you do it, don't give them the chance to get back.
Yeah.
Just know, you know what I mean? We sit all our guys,
They're
psychologically.
Austin Reeves time.
Right, not even Austin. No. Bronny James time. No. Dalton Connect. Go Cook.
What happened to Dalton Connect?
Right, that was odd.
We're so happy we got him in the draft.
Strangely odd.
He
didn't play last.
Guy scored like 75 points in them. Remember early on?
I don't know what happened.
That was
I
on
don't
fire.
think JJ loves his defensive attention.
That's a fresh one.
I'm just telling you.
He loves everybody else.
Well, everybody else, I think, again, he's a rookie. I don't think JJ loves defensive attention. Don't get mad at me. I'm not the one in charge of the.
Oh my goodness gracious. Brew wins.
What?
You won it. No, you know what? I think you won that one. I'm sorry.
I know.
No.
I made
You
a
said
mistake.
Brew wins.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.